Squid Game. I finished Squid Game. What a strange show. What a weird ending. A very dark show for sure. The fact that it really feels like in the end, there's no winners. I think, I mean, there's no winners except for the fact that it's kind of like a weird sense of these guys justifying what they're doing as karma. Spoiler alert, by the way, of course. Yeah, these people who all gamble, who all lost their entire life savings on throwing it away for luxury, whatever, are basically forced mentally to resort to the worst thing, which is, like they said, just they become human horses in a fucked up game. Squid Game, or whatever the fuck this shit is, man. I like the fact that at the very end it kind of... I feel like the way that the questions are answered are just... It's so cryptic, man. I have to have a fucking degree in English to understand what the fuck that guy is talking about at the end. Yeah, so... Tina knew that something happened, that there was like a spoiler. She actually pulled it from like a really... I was surprised that from how she pulled it. She saw like a thumbnail on YouTube that was... that ended up spoiling the ending. And she kind of told me. And so I understood that something was going to happen. But it's still like... It was still weird. Like, while it was happening, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Huh? What? What? I mean, it's interesting, that's for sure. Okay, so I'll start by saying episode 7, in my opinion, at least when I was watching it, was my least favorite. But yeah, there's no rhyme or reason or evenness to any of these fucking games. That's such a load of shit. So honestly, with finishing the series, episode 7 makes more sense with these disgusting, rotten, gross people betting on these humans basically falling to their death as if it's nothing. Yeah, the game was stupid. The game is clearly rigged and just like... I think it's easily the worst game. I also was... Oh, dude. This is the ending with the finalist. Fuck, dude. That shit was rough. It was so rough. What a fucking shit show. It's a very dark and sad ending. Also, the very, very ending, people were saying, like, oh, the show was great until the last 10 minutes, and then I hated it. It's like, why? Because it's open-ended? I thought it was interesting. It's like, it just showed that there was some more, like, layers to this shit, you know? And I like that. There's a lot of things to think about, and I appreciate the fact that it left off on a kind of strange, obscure ending where you can kind of, you know, make a little bit of your own decision on what happened. It's nothing new. This is not like this is not the first time this has ever happened in a show, you know? I mean, I think about Breaking Bad's finale, you know? Jesse Pinkman goes off in the El Camino. Who knows where the fuck he goes? He just leaves and goes somewhere and laughs maniacally. And then, you know, Walter White comes back, you know, he lays on the ground, pretends to be dead, and then fucking, you know, ambushes the entire FDA. Crazy shit, all right? Yeah, spoiler alert, of course. Wow. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that I probably should have thought before I said that, because yeah, I am totally spoiling Breaking Bad. Go watch Breaking Bad. Don't let that look. That's a tiny part of a giant amazing show. Squid Game. Overall, I'd give the show an 8. I found it to be a really entertaining show that had a couple of scenes that, I don't know, there's like some acting with the VIPs that was really cheesy, but also there's some, like, in hindsight, a lot of this stuff kind of made a little bit more sense. Like, they weren't smart people. They were just terrible people. Stupid, terrible people. The detective guy not getting any justice. There's a lot of unsatisfying ends, but at the same time, I think that part of that makes it feel more fulfilling as a whole. Dark and realistic. Also, the fact that guy won because he had a heart. Which, I don't know if that's the only reason he won, but... I don't know. There's a lot of questions that weren't answered, but also a lot that kind of were in a weird way. In a dark, not so satisfying way. This scene right here, for example, like... It's so fucked. Because you just know that it's all a game to these people, and they're just literally taking their lives. And it's justified by the thought of you can't trust people which I think is like a huge theme throughout the entirety of this. You see it with the with that dude, that what's her name? Tina keeps calling her hot, and then like Sean C calls her hot. I feel like I'm the only one here who's not creeping. Okay, what can I say? You know, I got to keep the balance. I'm like the the peacekeeper. You know, out here I can't be interfering with the games. But yeah, it was satisfying. The show overall was satisfying. I liked it. And I would watch it again. I might make a full video on it. I'm still thinking about it. But if not, then that's pretty much my thoughts on it. So, what did you guys think? Love you guys. Peace.